Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Here's a dollar, and again, bouncing between resistance and support for one more day. You can see the lines and the pattern forming, and the price bouncing between. La-di-da-di-da. It's almost a pennant on a daily, which is not as strong as the weekly, but it's still moving quite a bit here. Let's see. It's coming off a bullish W pattern right across the 34. Came into support 1, 2, 3, 4 times now. We got a longer uptrend. Gonna have to say it looks bullish, but it's got to break the pattern. So anything can happen between now and Monday. But again, on a daily, it went back and forth like the corkscrew, and it's getting tighter and tighter as the 8 keeps moving up and gets price pushed against resistance once again. It just looks bullish, and the pinch is in. Price is in a pinch. So watch that corkscrew. Watch a flat top break. Otherwise, look for previous low breaks, which is the EMA 8. This higher low seems to be stronger, and it looks like it wants to push through. So there you go. Just one more day of back and forth as it hit support, came all the way back up, hit resistance, got pushed back. So nice bounce yesterday off the EMA 13 as it continued for today. Going on to the 10-year bond, you can see the push past the neckline as the AB bottom, left head and reverse head and shoulders, right shoulder was put in pretty quick, and then the neckline was broken, breaking into previous lows. Nearly closing its high, so it looks good. That's just the daily though. Weekly, right into resistance, breaking into previous lows. For the week, it closed on its high, so looks bullish for next week. Lots to do to get all the way back up to 34, but breaking in the previous lows could mean a larger pattern forming where the left shoulder, the head, and then a right shoulder. So it could be a bottom for a longer term starting. That 2-bar pattern on the bottom there is pretty bullish. Bullish encompassing or outside day or any way you want to call it. But close right at resistance. So anything can happen again and again. Next week it could come all the way back into support and then bounce again. Needs to consolidate above the 8 is the main thing. Get up between the 8, 13, let the 8 cross the 13, let it consolidate into this area before I would say it's bullish for the long term. But so far so good. Good bounce. And then the reverse head and shoulders break. Pretty obvious on a daily. So continuing on to S&P. Looks like S&P put it in another wick. Looks like it tried, put in a lower high, came back on. So it looks like 2 wicks making a tweezer top for the daily. Could mean it's just a high level consolidation For the week, it closed not on its highs, but nearly. Look for price to come back into support, bounce, but that's because of the lower high on daily and the tweezer top. So where's our support? Support is at the EMA 8, 2133, go back to weekly, 2133. Wham bam, thank you ma'am, previous high. You can see how this EMA 8 is EMA 8, 13, and the 34 SMA kind of correlate between time frames. Not sure if it's bullish or not. I don't think it should be this high at all. So I'm confused why it's up this high already. But it's the way it is, and we got to trade the chart, not wonder why it's there. But closing near its highs looks bullish, except for the daily. Look for a price to come back into support, bounce, and keep going maybe. See how strong it is next week. Deutsche Bank, looks like it got pushed back today, making a double top. But here's the thing, we are above support, so look for bouncing in between until it breaks outside of our lines of support resistance. For the week, Deutsche Bank had an outside day, but got pushed back. Well, it didn't get pushed back too much, but it's coming into resistance all the way up past 1650 onwards to the 34. So we got lots of work to do, but we are working off a weekly bullish pattern. So watch a continuation of that. Retracements are common, but in the long term for next week, I'd imagine that they would pop into previous lows in and around 16 if it wants to get that high in a week. It's below the EMA 8 on the weekly. Can't determine if it's going to break next week into previous lows. But so far so good, as the 2-bar pattern is bullish. The bond, German bond, made it to positive. Amazing, right? So we're at above zero, which is awesome. But and you can see that AB bottom, reverse head and shoulders, fill the gap and run. I think I'm missing a candle, and I'm not sure why. But oh well. On this chart, it looks like it gapped and ran today, but I don't think that was the case, because yesterday we had a long green candle, pretty sure. For the week, we're closing just like this. What was it? These things are all correlated. It's unbelievable. When things crash, everything's going to come down with it. Looks like just like the 10-year bond on the German. You can see the double bottom. You can see the outside day, the close on its highs, close above the EMA 8, which is previous lows. Not out of the woods yet, as we need to break into higher previous lows, make a higher high to get anything changed. But right now, as we sit, this 2-bar pattern is bullish for the next week. Looks healthy as far as it goes. 0.002, I still wouldn't buy it. So can't say that these bonds are out of trouble yet, because these are horrible numbers. Crude looks like it'll bounce into resistance today on a daily. For the week, kind of get a little pushback from its downturn on Thursday. So another bearish retracement as the daily pushed back and got higher lows. Maybe we can get it all the way back to 58, breaking in the previous lows. It can even stay here and break above and keep going. Anything can happen. Right now we're below the previous lows, EMA 8 and 13, but we're working with higher lows for a few days. So maybe it'll have enough strength to pop through. So that would negate my reasoning on the weekly to come down into previous highs, which is in and around 42. So we'll see what happened. Closing on the week, it looks like it wanted to do a no, that would, never mind. I was going to say that was going to be a bullish piercing pattern if it can make it past 50% of the previous candle, but that downturn was towards the end of the week, so that wouldn't make any sense. These bullish piercing patterns on a weekly chart need to happen earlier in the week to make it happen. But I'm still betting it's going to come down into previous lows or previous highs. But on the daily chart, it's looking like it's shaping up to maybe even get a bigger bounce back into resistance above previous lows at 48. So keep an eye on that. Gold and silver did not get anything done today like I planned or wanted. So here's a 60-minute chart. You can see the top pattern, the breakdown. You can see the bearish retracement, bearish retracement, bearish retracement. It's still in bearish land. Tried a couple times to get above the 34, crossing over the 8, but still bearish. We'll see what happens Sunday night, but the weekly chart does not look good. Coming into support, we got the EMA 8 at 13. So hopefully on Sunday or Monday when market reopens, we can get that 8 a little bit higher up above previous highs, which we are now, but it would be nice to get it up a few more steps, even get the 13 above previous highs. But that is a nasty, nasty candle for the next week. We got tweezer tops, an outside day, bearish. We got support at 13. So we waited all this time for it to break out. It broke out, missed its target at 14, came all the way back in all week long. Maybe a reversal bar over the 8 next week. Or better yet, maybe just some sideways action, up and down until it consolidates and pops over that 14. Looks like I got a couple more months left for my target, which is at 1475, which is previous lows and previous highs right here. But for now, next week doesn't look good. We might get some back and forth action, hoping for a reversal bar. Hopefully it doesn't come all the way back down below 13 again. Because the longer it stays in consolidation, or the longer it comes down, the slower it comes down, the longer we're going to wait for the next breakout. And the further it comes down, the more broke down it is and the more recovery it needs. So, I don't know, it just came down all week, didn't it? Just slowly but surely, all the way down. Doesn't look good for next week. Same with silver. Didn't do what it was supposed to. But it looks a little bit better than gold. Make sure we stay above previous highs. Let's stay above 20 for next week. Let's get this 8 coming up a little bit higher so we can get some support laid in through time. It's got a rounding top. It's got a wick. Long wick on the upside, which means it's bearish. But that's not confirmed yet as this week's spinning top. So spinning tops are, as they say, tops in the market. So just didn't act like I was supposed to. Tried a couple times. I was watching the 60-minute. I was thinking we had a 3-bar pattern right here that looked a little promising at the end of the day. A couple tries over the 34, nothing held. Look for previous low breaks as it's still bearish. You can see the 34, the EMA 8, 13, all pointing down. Maybe not so much the 34, but it is angling. We need to get above the EMA 8, 13 to consolidate so we can make another run. Right now, as we're closing, we've got a hammer, but lots of work to do. GDX, not much movement. Looks like a small mini falling star, but nothing to be concerned about unless we see maybe a gap down, breaking previous lows. And then we can be concerned. But right now we're still in that range. Nothing happening yet for the week. Looks bearish. We got a double top. We are above previous lows or previous highs. Let's stay above 29. Lots of wiggle room, but we are working with a double top now. Not good. GDX, same thing. You can see the candle. And for the week, and it's another spinning top. So there we go. It looks bearish all the way around for the metals. So keep your heads on straight. Anything can happen, even on a Sunday, 3 o'clock in the morning when no one's watching. So just looks like a high-level consolidation for silver. Gold, on the other hand, looks pretty nasty. Maybe we can get a back and forth. Up and down, up and down. Other than that, that's all I got. Looks like the German bond made it into positive territory, so that's good. Be careful this weekend. Lots of riots, I guess. Don't get caught up in all that crap. It's just a bunch of propaganda. What is it? COINTELPRO. Just a psyop. Soros is funding it all, hiring people to protest. That's how they took down the Ukraine. They were paying protesters $50 a day. They had food and music. And then eventually they overturned the government there. $50 a day, can you imagine? Taking over a government, easy. So watch out with these people. Don't get caught up. It's just ridiculous. I know there's some problems, but paying protesters and getting people divided is not the way to go. We need to really take care of this government ourselves together. Shout out to Maria. That was a great comment. Hashtag Rusty Rocks. I had a smile for a few hours on that one. So thank you, and please share, comment, and like. Let me know what's going on out there. See ya.